Travis Gusikoff. A sophomore from Warwick, Rhode Island, number 17, Dylan McSparren. A senior from Amherst, New Hampshire, number 19, Ken Whittier. A senior from Windham, New Hampshire, number 25, Colby Larsen. A senior from Wilmington, Massachusetts, number 28, Rob Fullerton. In goal for the Raiders, a senior from Peabody, Massachusetts, number 33, Matt Cloutman. And a junior from Tewksbury, Massachusetts, number 34, Luke Surratt. The head coach of the Rivier in his 8th season is Jay Delaney. And now the starting lineup for your Norwich University Cadets. A freshman from Rockaway, New Jersey, number 1, Parker Campbell. A senior from Danvers, Massachusetts, number 6, Aiden Moulton. In goal for the Cadets, a junior from Bridgewater, New Jersey, number 8, Brandon Milburn. A junior from Wayland, Massachusetts, number 9, Peter Orlandella. A senior from Fallston, Maryland, number 11, Joseph Santangelo. A junior from Ridgewood, New Jersey, number 22, Jack Anzalone. A junior from LaGrangeville, New York, number 24, Christian Williams. A sophomore from Sandy Hook, Connecticut, number 28, Sean Wallace. A senior from Norwich, Connecticut, number 29, Jake Gianelli. And a senior from Glensville, New York, number 38, Jacob Center. The Cadets are assisted by Nick Fisher, Grantham Raymond, Joe LaTulipe, and Ian Thomas. The head coach of Norwich University in his 11th season is Neil Anderson. At this time, we ask you please rise and move your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we welcome you in on the Norwich Broadcast Network as we get ready for GNAC men's lacrosse action this evening. The Norwich Cadets 5-4 overall, 3-1 in Great Northeast Athletic Conference play. Play host to the Raiders of Rivier University, 7-2 overall, 2-2 in the conference. I'm Tanner Acebo. Julia Campilio is on camera for us this evening. It is a chilly evening here in Northfield, Vermont. There was a lot of rain earlier on in the day and actually even some snow that has since melted, but the precipitation has stopped. These two teams are ready to go. The Cadets will attack left to right across your screen, and the Raiders will go right to left. We'll get you the numbers on the goalies here once the game gets underway. Joseph Santangelo is on the draw out there for the Cadets. On the draw for the Raiders, that's number 15, Travis Gusakov. Battle for it as we're underway. Still just two teams slugging it out, looking for the opening possession of the game. Raiders roll it forward. Corey Hicks had a step, but that ball is still down on the turf. 23 seconds into the game before it's finally taken by Kyle Newman. And the Raiders will set up their offense. And right off the bat, the Raiders take the 1-0 lead just 39 seconds into the game. The first shot faced by Norwich junior Brandon Milburn. It's going to be Dylan McSparren with the goal, his 24th. He entered today 5th in points in the GNAC. Whistle against the Raiders on the opening draw. So the Cadets will get their first possession here. Milburn, the junior, as I had mentioned, of Bridgewater, New Jersey, on the season. 3 starts, 3-0 record. 61.2 save percentage and a 7.60 goals against average. It is Cloutman for the Raiders. Matt Cloutman entered today first in the GNAC in saves with 128. Second in save percentage, as here's a centering pass in front for Parker Campbell, and the save is made by Cloutman, his first. 62.1 save percentage, as I said, is good for second in the league, and his goals against average of 9.44 is good enough for fourth in the GNAC. He is 7-2. He has started all 9 Rivier games. The senior out of Peabody, Massachusetts. And this is him completing the clear all the way up to Kyle Whittier. So the Raiders strike in the opening minutes. The Cadets come down. They get a good look on goal. It was Campbell, the highly touted freshman, that got the look, as here's a nice defensive play by Christian Williams. This is a long pass up, bouncing all the way through midfield. It gets through everyone. It's going to go over the near sideline, and it will be Rivier ball. Remaining active is Cloutman, as he was in on the pass on that play. Here's a steal by Williams. Williams down to Parker Campbell. This is a pass that gets by Aiden Moulton, the attack man. Cody Moore keeps it alive at the far sideline and brings it back to the attacking third. Campbell hits William Conroy, fresh in off the Norwich bench. Andrew Garrison. Now it's Conroy off the dish from Moulton. Behind the net, Jack Anzalone. Loose ball taken by Conroy. Actually, he lost it. Will almost make a hockey play over there to Garrison. Here's Moore loading up for a shot. Don't know if that got through. It did not. The shot clock does not reset. 10 seconds on the Norwich shot clock. Another save by Cloutman. That one on Aiden Moulton. This is Eric Guinasso. Guinasso goes down behind the goal. Spin move there. This is over the end line. 10:19 left to go here in this first quarter. Shots are 3-2 in favor of the Cadets. 2-1 in shots on goal, but the Raiders made their one shot on count. The carry by Chris Penny. He dishes down to Dylan McSparren. Now McSparren to Nick Ackerman, driving Eric Guinasso. He lets the shot go. It's high over the crossbar. No shot clock reset. So the Raiders got to get something going here. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and they will just leave it. They're on the end line for the Cadets. So the Norwich defense stands tall. Back come the Raiders. Newman. Raiders moving the ball around the outside. Trying to drive to the goal, and we got a flag thrown. Ackerman was coming into the crease. And we'll see what the call was. Long discussion between a couple of the referees here. It's a Raiders player that's off. It is Nick Ackerman. 1 minute penalty. And the Cadets will get the ball at midfield. Norwich owns the best man-up percentage in the GNAC. It went down a little bit after the loss on Saturday to LaSalle. Still at 46.3%. This one is blocked. Back out to midfield. It'll be tracked down by Kyle Maxim. And Maxim goes over to Cody Moore. Behind the cage, Payden Masaracchia makes the dish over to Moulton. Now Moulton gets it back. Maxim, 3 seconds left on the man up. So it will expire, and the Raiders are back to even strength. Centering pass broken up. Deflected over to Masaracchia. He goes out to Moore. Moore shot through. That hit another body for Rivier. Jacob Enright, the sophomore midfielder, number 6, getting his body in the way of that. 7:23 left in the quarter. Remains 1-0. Guinasso. Pass over across, intended for Sean Brady. Deflects out over the far sideline, and the Cadets take over with 7 to go in the quarter. Moore trots it over midfield, dishes to Anzalone. Campbell. Here's Moulton. Conroy. Anzalone. Campbell, 48 on the shot clock. Campbell out for Garrison. Now driving bounce shot Moulton wide. Cadets will keep it. It was not on frame, so the shot clock does not reset. Campbell centers it. Anzalone loads up, fires, and another shot wide. 12 to work with on the shot clock. He's out to Conroy. The pass over to Moore, and another shot blocked at the shot clock buzzer. Whistle. Offsides on Rivier. Five to go in the quarter. And it's going to go back to Riv here. Spin move by Gusakov. He gives it ahead to Rob Fullerton. Fullerton holding. Right out in front, trying a little sneaky shot is Fullerton. It's up and over the crossbar. It'll be cadet ball as the foot race over there is won by Sean Wallace. Near side, this is Jacob Center getting it ahead to Christian Williams. Now Anzalone, the left-handed carry. 60 seconds on the cadet shot clock. Shots are 8-5 Cadets, 3-2 in shots on goal. Anzalone behind the cage, near side. This is Connor Bork. Bork a little head fake, left-handed pass over to Maxim. Now Russell Gilligan, and it's back to Bork. Bork a little shake and bake. Campbell, fake pass once, tries to go back post. He does. Crank shot blocked there by the defenseman, number 11, Joe Yakovonis, laying out to block it. 17 on the Norwich shot clock. Campbell, here's Moulton for the rip. And another block, and no, actually that did get through. That got through to Cloutman. The shot clock does get reset. We have a whistle, and I believe a man on the crease on the Cadets, as it was Maxim that entered the circle. The goal by Dylan McSparren at 14:21 is the difference in this game. Man losing his footing, Luke Surrett for Rivier. Trying to dig the ball up is Bork. Four-man scrum, flag. Flag was about to be thrown, but now the referees will talk, I think, with 2:31 to go. After the discussion, referee makes his way over to the far sideline. It's going to be a call against the Raiders. And Surratt, the D-man, off for 1 minute. Slashing is the call. Masaracchia centers it, the one-timer, and Cody Moore ties the game 1-1. The quick dish, and the Cadets capitalize on the man-up chance. Team leading 19th of the year for Moore. And you get the look at the Norwich bench. Here comes Moore. Driving Santangelo off the draw win. .142 left in the quarter. See if either team can take an advantage going into the second. A little move here by Conroy. Pass back, it's Moore again, and a nice save by Cloutman. And a great dish ahead. Hits Kyle Newman in stride. .40 seconds left, near side crank shot going through wide. .37.3 seconds left. 39 on the Rivier shot clock, so they'll be able to shoot or not shoot, depending on how they feel here. 30 ticks to go. Behind the net, turnaround shot. Milburn gets a piece on the attempt by Dylan McSparren, the goal scorer for Rivier. A drive by Sean Brady. He took a pop from Thomas DeMag. Cross-field pass, out of play. Cadets will get it with 13 to go. Pass ahead, caught by Conroy. Can Norwich beat the buzzer here? No, it's thrown over the head of Parker Campbell. It will bounce over the end line. It'll be Rivier ball with 4 seconds left. Buzzer sounds. That does it for the first quarter. It is 1-1 between the Cadets and the Raiders. We'll be back with you in 2 minutes for quarter number 2. Back with you here from Sabine Field at Haynes Family Stadium. 1-1 through 15 minutes of play. Teams switch sides for quarter number 2. Norwich attacks right to left, Rivier left to right. Norwich changing out some players here. Moore nearly lost that ball. He scoops it up. Down to Campbell. Attack unit here to start. It's Campbell, Masaracchia, and Horchak. Conroy near side to Horchak. Comes down with it. Looking for a shooting lane. Centers at Masaracchia. Popped from behind. They're going to put the ball over by the Norwich sideline. Anzalone is the other attack man. I misspoke earlier. It's not Horchak, it is Anzalone. So Anzalone, Campbell, and Masaracchia, the three up top. The drive here by Conroy. Right shoulder save by Cloutman, who has looked good. And a big hit by Campbell on Luke Surrett. That gets the crowd fired up. And the ball is also going to go back to the Cadets as the Raiders turn it over at midfield. This is a shot through that hit a body. Campbell settles it. Moore slips a bit, maintains the ball. Masaracchia. Conroy trying to turn with it. Pass too high for Campbell from Moore. .55 remaining in the first half. Cadets struggling to get much going offensively. They entered today averaging .56 goals per game. A.J. Gearin, the senior midi from Lunenburg, Mass, with it right here. Down below the goal line, a little fake, a little spin by McSparren. Now a low pass on the drive by Colby Larsen, and this time it's the Raiders missing an open man. Cadet ball at midfield. Anzalone, Maxim, now Gilligan. Back to Anzalone. Campbell loading up for a shot, then passing it back was Anzalone. Gilligan. Turnaround shot, Masaracchia wide. Campbell. Bork back to Gilligan. Chance for a shot here and a save off the body of Cloutman. Raiders want transition. Cloutman hits his man in stride. Newman, high pass, quick shot, let go. And I think that caught the post off the rip by Colby Larsen. Chris Penny as play resumes. Centering pass. And the Raiders retake the 1-goal lead. It's Larsen, team leading 27th goal of the year. For the 6'2" senior out of Windham, New Hampshire. The rain has begun falling again here. Might be why we've seen so many players slipping on the turf. Draw controlled, it's Enright. Down to McSparren. Near post, fake shot by McSparren. Now hits an open man, turnaround chance. Wide open from the back of the net was Nick Ackerman. Could not find the cage, but Raiders getting a man wide open in close quarters to the Norwich goal. It's Guerin. This pass hits, I believe, off the back of the net and ricochets out. It's taken by Guerin. He's pressed by Christian Williams. Got a flag here on Santangelo, it looks like. So a delayed call against the Cadets. Crank shot save Milburn off the shot by Larsen. And now they will do the bookkeeping here with 9:16 left in the second. Mentioned the Cadets were the #1 team in man-up percentage. The Raiders no slouch themselves, 41.4%. That's good for second in the conference. They also lead the GNAC in shooting percentage, 37.4%, and goals per game, 13.56 is the average. It is a 1-minute call on Santangelo. And this will be the Raiders' first man-up chance. Norwich 1 of 2. Nick Ackerman. Now Guinasso. Quick passing here from Rivier down to a knee is Penny to make sure he caught that pass. Now Penny gets it back. They go back the other direction. Guinasso. Larsen. Ackerman to McSparren. Penny. Penny took a pop. Still got the shot away. Milburn knocked it down. And comes near side to Conroy. Cadets looking to kill the final 9 seconds on the penalty. Centering pass to center. Back to Conroy. Man-up chance is over. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Cadets facing their second 1-goal deficit of the game. Horchak, far side. Now Masaracchia. Moore. Anzalone backs it up. Now he'll drive. Masaracchia. Horchak, 20 on the shot clock. Moore to Horchak. Caught. Shot by Masaracchia. Save made by Cloutman. Fresh shot clock for the Cadets. You can hear the play call from the Norwich sideline. Head coach Neil Anderson in his 11th season. Here's a behind-the-back chance by Masaracchia. Off the post and then smothered by Cloutman. Could have been a highlight reel goal, but Cloutman does just enough to keep it out of the back of the net. Nice play. At the other end, 1-on-2. Newman. He got popped from behind. No flag. Cadets back with it. Anderson his 11th season. Defensive coordinator is Nick Fisher in his 9th season. Other assistants, Ian Thomas, Grantham Raymond, and Joe Latulip. For Rivier, they're under head coach Jay Delanoy in his 8th season. Here's centering bid and a big save again by Cloutman. He is fun to watch. .48 on the shot clock. Here's a shot by Campbell that's high. Anzalone to Conroy. Campbell. Horchak with the shot and the score. Kevin Horchak ties the game 2-2 with 5:41 left in the second. His 5th goal of the season. And the helper goes to Anzalone. Assist number 9 for Jack. Norwich's 20th attempted shot of the game. Cloutman has already made 8 saves for Rivier. As we'll face it off again here. Williams. Norwich looking for their first lead of the evening. Tenth all-time meeting between the two sides tonight. Norwich 8-1 overall over the previous 9. 13-9 win for Norwich against Rivier last year down in Nashua. Gilligan fakes the shot. Dishes to Anzalone. Shot clock half expired. 38 seconds to work with. Shot coming through and a score. Norwich takes the lead. Kyle Maxim. Third of the season for the junior from Dracut, Massachusetts, as he's welcomed back to the bench by his teammates. Another win on the faceoff for the Cadets. Maxim fresh back on the field after scoring that goal. calls out the play. Behind the net, Campbell. Bork. Gilligan for the shot. Saved by Cloutman. No referees say it did not get to Cloutman. The bounce must have happened before we get to the senior. The shot clock does not reset. 35 seconds on it. Raiders upfield. They got some numbers here. McSparren picking it up off the turf. Gearin takes a big pop from Williams. He goes flying. Ball is settled by the Raiders, though, and McSparren. Less than 3 to go in the first half. Trying to turn is McSparren. Gave it over to Guinasso. Milburn makes the save, 2:25 left. Offside on the Cadets. Taking a nudge there. Once and twice as Orlandella lost the ball, but Moore backs him up. Campbell down to Masaracchia. Conroy. Now it's Moore near side. Behind the net, Masaracchia. Centering, looking for Campbell. Broken up. Ball loose. Horchak directed it over to Moore. Flips it back to Anzalone. Centers to Moore. Moore gets it off and scores. And the Cadets have their first 2-goal lead of the night. Moore's second of the game and even number 20 of the season. That comes with 1:11 remaining in the quarter. Timeout here on the field. 1:11 to go in the second quarter. come back out of the timeout. 2 goals from Cody Moore and 1 each from Kevin Horchak and Kyle Maxim. That put the Cadets up 4-2. Hicks goes off, the freshman defenseman from Londonderry, New Hampshire, for 1 minute on the slashing call. Whistle against the Cadets in Sant'Angelo. Ball knocked free near side by co-captain Jake Gianelli. Pass back, nice catch by Jake Gennis, the long stick midi. Gennis dishes ahead to Kyle Newman. 45 seconds left in the half. Raiders not only trying to kill the penalty here, but maybe seeing if they can get a look on goal. Now it looks like McSparren is content to just kind of play keep away with the final 20 seconds of the penalty. Near side, McSparren still has it. Now he finds Rob Fullerton. 7 seconds left. Raiders are back to full strength. Here comes a rip shot. Wide far post. And it will be Norwich ball with 3.8 left. Sean Wallace bombs it upfield, but the buzzer will sound before anybody gets possession of the ball. 4-2 is our score as we enter the break. The Cadets rallying from 2 separate 1-goal deficits to take the 2-goal halftime lead. We'll be back with you in about 15 minutes here on the Norwich Broadcast Network. All right, we're back with you here on the Norwich Broadcast Network. Getting ready for the start of the second half between the Cadets and the Raiders of Rivier. I'm Tanner Acebo. Julia Campilio is on camera. Cadets take it off the whistle on the draw. Cloutman made 8 saves back in that first half. Milburn with 5 for the Cadets. And this is a whistle against Norwich. Quick reset by Riv. Ball comes free. Orlandella makes the play. The backhand scoop pass. The Norwich bench is fired up on that one. Masaracchia in one-on-one. But they will slow things down and get the offense set. Entering today, Norwich sitting third in the GNAC men's lacrosse standings. Rivier in a tie for fourth with Emmanuel. Cadets 3-1, Riv 2-2. LaSalle, the toast of the league right now at 5-0. Fresh off coming in and defeating the Cadets on Saturday. St. Joseph's of Maine 4-0 in second in the league. Both those teams with impressive overall records as well. LaSalle 10-1 and St. Joe's 10-2 overall. Norwich will take on St. Joseph's of Maine on the road. That could have some huge playoff implications, seeding implications. 6 o'clock start on April the 23rd. After tonight, just 2 more home games left in the season. As the open man, Masaracchia, with the move and the score. Payden Masaracchia with his 16th. And the Cadets game-high lead now of 3. After tonight, Norwich will go on the road to Regis Saturday, 3:30 p.m. start there. Then back here next week, midweek matchup against Castleton at 6 p.m. in the annual Connor Roberts Memorial Game. And then Emmanuel on Saturday, April the 20th, 1 p.m. That will be senior day for the Cadets. This time it's an infraction on the Cadets on the face-off. Excuse me, as Guinasso catches. Driving, Guinasso. Shot attempt was blocked, scooped up by GNAC. Now it's stolen back by the Raiders and Fullerton. Ackerman. Bounce shot well wide of the far post. Guinasso. Ackerman. Bounced it, looking for Larsen. This is Dan Altamare. Altamare's pass upfield. Caught by center, Jacob Center. Going for it. The D-man lets the shot go. It will stay with the Cadets. .11:08 left in the third. Cadets have outscored the Raiders 4-1 since the end of the first quarter. Raiders struck first and then also had a 2-1 lead in this game. Well, it's been Norwich with 4 in a row to this point. Conroy drops this pass. It's going to go out of bounds, though, off of Rivier and Genist. Behind the net, Anzalone. Here's a shot and a score far side. Flag was thrown on the play as well. We get the call of what the penalty was. I think that's Moore's third goal of the game. We're still waiting for the official word on it. Penalty is on Ken Whittier. Another false start on the faceoff. This one against the Cadets and Chris Ward. It is Moore from Anzalone, officially, by the way. So Moore's third of the game, 21st of the year, and a big stick here by the Cadets. And now a flag is going to be thrown on Christian Williams. Penalty on Williams. We got a man in the crease against Rivier. Meanwhile, Milburn's net looks like it was nudged on that last play. Both teams are a player down for another 3 seconds. Now Williams to come back out. Actually, it's Moore in Williams' place. 15 seconds on an abbreviated man up. Milburn has fixed his net. And Moore gave it off there to Maxim. Masaracchia over to Anzalone. Back to Masaracchia. Well, both teams are back at full strength as the rain continues to fall here. Largest lead of the game for either side as this 4-goal edge for the Cadets. They've scored 5 unanswered. Masaracchia Out to Moore. Now Bork. Masaracchia. Moore. Trying to come back near side. And it's out of play. Masaracchia on the reset. 25 on the Norwich shot clock. Smothered on the outside by Cloutman. Guinasso. This one is sailing off into the night. 65 on the Raiders shot clock. McSparren. Spin move by McSparren. Another one. Milburn comes out to put a body on him. The pass back misses the connection, and it's stolen away by Christian Williams. Williams scoops it over to John Brown. Brown, the senior defenseman. And it's changing personnel all over the place. Moulton over to Bork. Gilligan. Now Hayden Moulton. Masaracchia. Bork. Bounced it over to Maxim. 22 to go on the Norwich shot clock. Moulton, here's a crank shot off the outside of the net by Maxim. Picked up by Cloutman. All the way up to Newman. Newman to McSparren. McSparren will trot it down way below the goal as the Raiders change out their midi unit. Bit of a high pass, but snared by Guinasso. He hits Guerin. Ball out over the near sideline. Center. Back to his netminder, Milburn. All the way up, the rip shot in the score. Jacob Center, the defenseman, finding the back of the net. Second of the year for Center. It'll be Santangelo against Kyle Newman. Or no, check that. Travis Gusikoff for Rivier. 5:03 to go in the third as the rain really picking up now. Santangelo had the ball, but then had it taken away. Rivier working backwards with it, trying to set up their possession. This is Joe Yakovonis. Intended for Hicks. It deflects away. And Santangelo was run into there by Jennis, but Jennis got the worst for it. With speed, Santangelo, we have a flag. It's going to be a slash on Dan Altamare, number 13. Guinasso, move it over to Larsen. Ackerman out. Here's Chris Penny. A little ball fake, 45 seconds left on the man. Up here, near side shot scored. Stops the Cadet run. It's Colby Larsen. Second of the game, 28th of the year for Larsen. So he owns 2 of the 3 Riv goals, stopping the 6-goal Norwich run, Rivier's first goal of the second half. And it comes with 4:14 to go. Assist to Chris Penny, who now has 20. He entered today, 3rd in the GNAC with 19 helpers. One more here from the Raiders in the quarter. If they can hold the Cadets off the scoreboard, certainly could make this one interesting. .350 and counting to go in the third. Riv taking their time, 60 on the shot clock. Spin move by Guinasso. Here's a quick shot. Was let go by Larsen. Milburn was closest to the end line, so it's Cadet ball. Running through. Another chance there for center, who is not afraid to join the rush. Bork to Gilligan. Anzalone. Bork. Masaracchia going to have one from distance. Saw it all the way, did Cloutman. Yakovonis. Newman off to Guinasso. 2:20 to go in the third. Guinasso on the run, and Milburn with the body. And then able to spoon the puck, or the ball rather, back into the crease. Here's Milburn. Getting it upfield. Good stick battle. Nice play by Yakovonis. Guinasso. Raiders getting their own play call from the bench. Ackerman with 1.5 minutes to go. Over to Brady. 40 on the shot clock. Brady. Slipped a bit, pressed back there by Williams. Now a big hit. Coming across the middle was Gianelli. Fullerton. Fullerton, a chance to drive, centers it. Brady was open for a moment. But the Cadets with the takeaway, and here comes Conroy. 44 seconds left in the quarter. Conroy hits Anzalone near side, back centering, dish for the score. It's Moulton. Aiden Moulton in a sea of Raiders somehow catches it and gets the shot off. 11th of the season for the 6'4" senior out of Danvers, Massachusetts. It's a big one in the final minutes of the third quarter, reestablishing the Cadets' 5-goal lead. Anzalone. Down to Moulton. Moore. Now Horchak. Horchak for Campbell. Campbell, the jump shot on the turnaround. 9-3 Norwich. The freshman from Rockaway, New Jersey, with his 12th. And it's a big one. 9-3, 11.2 to go in the third. Off the draw, another win. Santangelo was knocked down. It's the tail referee making the call with 3 seconds to go. Discussion going on here. So it's a 1-minute call. Moore will sprint out of there. And that does it for quarter number 3. We'll take a quick break, be back for the fourth in 2 minutes. All right, back with you. on the Norwich Broadcast Network. 15 minutes up on the scoreboard. Cadets going to attack right to left. Raiders left to right. Norwich will start with the possession. They're doing something with the man-up time on the scoreboard. Here we go. Fourth quarter is underway. Norwich out to the big lead. Rip shot, save made by Cloutman on the chance by Jake Andrews Pestana. The other way, here come the Raiders. Maxim nearly got the ball away from Jennist there. Great individual effort by Jennist, the senior from Salem, New Hampshire. McSparren. Turnaround shot, and he snuck it in. Man down, the Raiders get one back as he put it behind the right shoulder of Milburn. Another draw win. Tried to make the extra pass there. Did Anzalone. He was in a spot. Could have let the shot go. He ends up with the ball back. Conroy. Back to Anzalone. Moulton. For Bork. Bork. Down to Anzalone. Maxim. Maxim off balance. Gets the shot off. He was on his way down. And he puts the riser home. Second of the game for Maxim. Doubling his goal output. He had 2 entering today. Another draw win, up with it, Santangelo. Shot is wide, Cadets to keep it. Campbell waiting for Norwich reinforcements. Moore to Horchak. Wind now blowing pretty hard right to left across the field. The wind is with the Cadets. Conroy. As sheets of rain pour down on the turf, Conroy's pass short hops Moore, tried to stop it with his body but could not. It's all the way out. Here's a steal, it's Moore. Conroy over to Campbell. Pass was too far for Conroy to catch. Turnaround shot, Milburn getting a piece. And he'll scoop up the rebound. .25 to go in regulation. Bork calls out the play. Out to Gilligan. Gilligan, chance to shoot. Shot clock does not reset, so it must have hit a body before it got to Cloutman, as the Cadets got the rebound pretty quickly. And a whistle against the Raiders, or a delayed call against the Raiders. Shot attempt by Gilligan is blocked. Maxim picks it up off the turf. Maxim gets separation, but the shot clock buzzer sounds. I think it'll be Yakovonis, number 11, heading off for Rivier. So the Cadets have the man up. They have the possession. Moore with Maxim and Andrews Pestana. Anzalone, Moulton, and Masaracchia. This is Anzalone. 35 left on the man up. Moore loads and fires another brilliant save by Cloutman. And then it's turned over. Moore steals it. There's a whistle. And interference is called against the Cadets. It'll be Raiders ball near midfield. Tried to dish it forward to Larsen. It was too strong. Cadets take it back. A long pass snared by Moore. Alone. Shooting. Stick save. Cloutman. 13th save of the game. Larsen. Raiders have killed off the penalty. They trail by 6. Both teams with the goal apiece in the fourth quarter. Centering pass broken up. Loose ball taken. 44 on the shot clock. Orlandella tried to scoop it there to Conroy. Missed him. Orlandella comes together with his man. This could be a loose ball push against Orlandella, and it is. Guinasso. Back to Brady. Fullerton. Going to drive through 2 Cadet defenders. Ball goes sky high. It's picked up by McSparren. And he's in for the score. Ball went skyward. A bunch of players were running up the field. And McSparren finds it and capitalizes. Third of the game for McSparren. Santangelo won the face-off, but the ball is loose. And it's taken back by Hicks and the Raiders. Rivier led 1-0 and 2-1. Since that point, it has been all Cadets. Norwich outscores Rivier 3-1 in the second, 5-1 in the third. Cadets were on a 6-goal run between the second and third quarters. Rivier outpacing Norwich 2-1 here in the fourth so far. But again, the big damage, the 5-1 third quarter for Norwich. And we got interference against the Cadets again, this time on the defensive side. Driving is Penny. That shot is out. Off of a body, no shot clock reset. McSparren knocked away by a Wallace. Milburn passed ahead. Here he comes. Jacob Center. This time he's dishing it off to Anzalone. Maxim. Bork has it now, far side from Maxim. 4:45 to play in regulation. Bork, a little separation. Here's Maxim. Maxim, the shot. Save Cloutman. Big rebound. Flag thrown. No flag. They pick up the flag. It's just a loose ball push against the Cadets. That rain might be turning to snow out here in Northfield, Vermont. Temperature right now in Northfield is 35. Here's a shot from distance. Milburn the save, rebound scooped up, and the Raiders score. On the rebound, another one for McSparren. Fourth of the game. And 27th of the year. And we have a timeout taken on the field. 3:38 to go in the quarter. So we're back with you here, a 4-goal game, 3:38 to go in regulation time. As the snow continues to fall here in Northfield, we pray that it does not accumulate. Good battle on the face-off, ball taken by Christian Williams, so another win for Sant'Angelo. Is 14th. Moore. Circling, and Cadets, they can utilize the clock here. Clock is their friend with the 4-goal lead. Try to get the shot clock down, but Moore lost this one. The Cadets give it away. 2:59 left. Can the Raiders close the gap? Pass was behind Guinasso. He hustles over, picks it up, gets around Orlandella, but it's knocked away from behind there by Williams. Moore driving, and we have a timeout taken by the Cadets. 2:15 left. We'll be right back. .2:15 to go. Cadets come out of the timeout. Bork showcasing the speed here. Circling around. They're just letting Bork turn loose, and he gets knocked down, maybe tripped up from behind, but there's no call. And now Enright will show off his wheels. Enright. Anzalone tried to step to him. There's a flag on the play. What's the call here? .143 to go. You can see the referees right there at the 50-yard line talking it over. One referee is still over talking to the Rivier coaching staff. That's what the triple whistles were there. And the Raiders are going to take a timeout here with 1:43 to go. .143 to go. Coming out of the timeout. Referee making sure all the players are in proper spot. Moore sends it toward the goal as Cloutman was way out. Rebound taken by Horchak. Horchak going to goal. Tough angle. Cloudman was diving back across. And it goes wide. We got a whistle and another timeout here with 1:17 to go. So 1:17 on the scoreboard. It's going to be Norwich ball. .56 seconds on the shot clock. And the shot clock started late. The Cadets ended up turning the ball over, so it's moot. And the Raiders throw it away. Gilligan tried to send it toward the open net. And I think it's going to be Norwich ball out of this with 58 seconds left. Bork, high pass down. Held in by Anzalone. Shot clock, in essence, is dead here with 42 seconds to go. Cadets will try to play keep away. Wide open man in front, Parker Campbell. Puts the exclamation point on it as Cloutman was out as the extra defender trying to get a turnover. So Campbell collects another. And the Cadets bounce back from Saturday's loss. With a good showing here tonight. They hold the Raiders to below half of their season average in goals per game. As Brendan Milburn for Norwich, 9 saves on the night. Moulton, as the Cadets have it back in the attacking third. Norwich look to kill the final 14 seconds. So the Raiders are going to fall to 7-3 overall and 2-3 in conference play. And Norwich will put a little space between them and the teams behind them in the standings. There is the buzzer. 11-6 is our final. Norwich now 6-4 overall and 4-1 in GNAC play. We thank you very much for tuning in to the broadcast this evening. For Julia Campilio, I am Tanner Acebo, wishing you a great rest of your evening.